Thanks for helping me out, Dad. You are coming to the show, aren't you?
Yeah, of course. But if you think you've got a bit of a cold starting, maybe you shouldn't perform.
Nonsense. It takes more than the sniffles to stop a Lambert. 1 or 2 hot toddies, I'll be fine.
How about your eye?
You know, an extra layer of foundation and Thelma Louise will look her usual ravishing self. Although, if I keep talking, she's going to sound like Nana Muscori gargling in a wind tunnel.
I'll see you tonight.
Thelma Louise may even thank you in person.
I see the old slapper is gearing up for another year of high-kicking camp and drama queenery.
How many times, Mother? What you do to fill your day is your business.
Oh, so giving up sarcasm for the new year didn't last long.
You love it.
You going then?
I think so.
Come on then. I'm coming with you.
What about work?
Post-Christmas slump. And even if we were rushed off our feet, I'm a firm believer of a friend in need and all that.
I am having second thoughts. I mean, what's the point? Barbara's not going to speak to me.
Stop that negativity this instant. I'll be by your side all the way on this one. Come on.
There's nothing wrong with roast beef.
I'm not a meat and 2 veg sort of girl, so I've been to celebrity weddings. There weren't fatty protein served at any of them. Probably weren't any celebrities there either.
Warren! Why don't you just get on with it? You can't talk about food when you wash your appetite.
Well, thanks, Kelly. It's feeling really low at the moment. No wonder. Your planning stinks. You need to focus your energies. Kelly? Well, the Beckhams had fairy tales. Brittany went for pimps and maids, and Jordan went for pink pumpkins and yards of tatty fabric. A right mess, but at least she made an effort.
What are you going on about?
Themes!
Oh, Mum mentioned that, but we weren't too keen.
That's because she didn't sell it to you the Kelly way.
I put a plate up for you, but by 6, we realised that it was as pointless as putting carrots out for Rudolph, so... Charlie got second helpings, Alan finished the port.
How is he?
I don't say much, but I'm not daft, you know. I know what's going on.
It's very complicated, Betty.
I'm sure it is. But staying away from each other isn't going to solve anything, is it?
Yes, most studies into ecclesiastical anthropology confirm that we're all existentialists at heart. I dare any listener to turn to the person next to them and deny that fact.
Will be a good time.
I'll make it back for Paul's act.
Thelma Louise, eh? Hey, we're like the real McCoy, me and you.
It's her.
You sure?
She's let herself go a bit. The bad hair's still the same. Come with me, Val.
I said I'd stay by your side, didn't I?
Look, it is not my fault if Al Fairbank's file is missing. Your new archiving system has created little less than chaos. I wouldn't be surprised if you'd thrown it away.
Well, I suggest you learn to adapt. You're paid to be a secretary, aren't you?
I am paid to be an office manager. It's many a year since I was a junior.
Ah! Filed under S.
What's up with him now?
Oh, he's got a bee in his bonnet about Al Fairbanks in refuse.
Let him get on with it. And you've my permission to clock off early, Edna. So long as you let me buy you a drink later.
After the day that I have had, Mr. James, I am going to take you up on that offer.
Just play it nice and cool.
Barbara, it's me. Viv Windsor, soon to be Hope, again.
You've got to listen to me, friend. She's desperate.
It's very important to Bob. All those years I've had to hand him for maintenance and now I can't get rid of the swine.
He wishes he'd have been there for his kids, please.
Stop harassing me or I'll call the police and tell them we've a couple of prostitutes working the street. Josh and Carly aren't interested in seeing Bob again.
At least they've got a choice in the matter. Viv didn't want to tell you this, but I think you need to know.
Tell her what?
Soon, Bob won't be able to say anything, let alone his own flesh and blood. He's gone blind.
Oh, poor Bob. Oh, I'm so sorry, Viv.
She's still finding it hard to vocalise her feelings.
I don't want to get tiddly, because otherwise I'll start hiccuping and Thelma Louise will start picking on me.
Oh, shut up and get it down, you, while I finish my story.
Evening.
Oh, drink.
Oh, sorry, I've just drained the last drop.
I'm telling Laurel about Paul.
Yeah, she's doing an Angela Lansbury, trying to find out who done him.
It has to be local.
Oh, do you think?
There was no car outside and the buses weren't running.
Have you heard of taxis?
I'm finding it hard to take this in. What did you say his condition was?
We didn't.
It's rare, like a form of glaucoma.
Only worse.
Is it degenerative?
Very much so.
He says it's like having a dimmer switch inside his head.
What's his eyesight like now?
He's probably only got a 20-watt bulb's worth of visibility left.
He wouldn't want his children to know about this, if you don't mind.
I understand. I always imagined you'd be a hard-faced cow. I was wrong. It's wonderful you sticking by him.
Oh, it is.
And not only will Josh and Carly be at your wedding, I'll come too. I'll do whatever I can to help you through this.
Dad, I know it's late.
Oh. Well, I've got a little something for you. Would you care to join me for a slice of Betty's Christmas cake?
Thank you. Have you managed to gather everyone?
Just about.
Even that ghastly American?
Oh, Vonda.
That's the one. Vonda Lockhart. Living proof that Bob's taste occasionally goes off the boil.
Who was Vonda again?
The Las Vegas floozy, she don't count.
She thought she counted when she landed looking for cash.
You what?
I'm surprised she never managed to hunt Bob down. I didn't believe the child was his, but she said she had proof. Don't they need blood tests or something when they get married over there?
The child?
Little Roxy. Not so little, though, bless her. Hefty, in fact. Well, she might have grown out of it. She'll be about 10 by now.
I didn't mean for it to sound like I was siding with your dad.
It's okay. If it wasn't, do you think you would have received your exclusive invitation to Thelma Louise's boudoir? Oh, I'm trying out a new look for her tonight.
Someone might come in.
As Paul, I respect your wishes. But in a minute, I'm going to throw you out to transform, and Thelma Louise always gets what she wants. She wants to kiss you, she'll kiss you.
Why can't you accept that I don't want to kiss you in public?
What about what I want?
It always has to be about you. I've never been involved with another bloke like this before, and all I've asked for is some time to grow used to what's going on. You just can't give me that, though, can you?
Could have been worse. I almost said he had guacamole.
Oh, you have done a terrible thing.
But Josh and Carly are coming to the wedding.
With Barbara. I don't want her there. And how am I going to break it to Bob that he'll need to be sporting shades and a white stick for his family reunion?
He'll understand. We were just trying our best.
Well, that's your best. I hate to see your worst.
I'm sorry.
And then there's the other little matter of Vonda, a one-night wonder. And Roxy.
Oh, put them out your mind, eh? The kid could be anyone's. I mean, how many other fellas has she had quickie marriages with?
Well, Bob's got a right to know he might have yet another daughter out there somewhere.
You poor bloke. Not a single marriage without popping at least one sprog.
Until he married me.
It's like a little bit of magic.
This is very sweet.
Well, I grew it myself.
Oh, lovely.
It's the thought that counts, Dad.
Yeah, I've been doing quite a lot of thinking myself, Steph. I'm a bit worried.
Yeah, well, don't be. I just needed my own space, that's all. You can understand that, can't you?
Well, I'd like to try to. Have you seen this specialist yet?
My counsellor? Yes. Yes, I have. But, it's early days yet.
Oh, I'm sure talking things over, it'll help immeasurably.
I have the word loyal running through me like letters through a stick of rock. But Mr. Matthew will put anybody's loyalty to the test.
I couldn't agree more.
He just doesn't seem to have a grasp of what really matters when it comes to running a business, and that is people. And people have feelings.
Excuse me, Edna. Jimmy King.
I'm just worried a theme might be tacky.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Well, let's not bother. After I've given up an afternoon talking about it, we'll wait for Viv and hold a vote.
So what's your fancy from the start?
Well, it's her day too.
OK, let's give it a go.
First, we need a list of themes. Right, I'll start off with Winter Wonderland.
How about rock and roll?
Don't have to do this, you know.
Oh, no, I'm shattered. That's all. It's always the same after Christmas. If I have to wrap one more chipolata with bacon.
I love you, Mama.
That was out. Matthew's fired him.
Never in this world.
He's not getting away with it. Oh, sorry.
Don't tell me the walking suit's throwing his weight about.
I don't know how much longer I can put up with it.
Hello? Mrs. Eggleton's residence? Hello? Hello?
What is it?
Ghost has just walked over my grave. No, there was someone there, but they wouldn't speak.
Oh, come on, love, take yourself down.
It always gets to me, sort of crank calls and wrong numbers. Makes me think of Shelley.
Oh. But we should find out where the call came from.
There's no need, I was just being foolish.
No, but it could have been Terence.
Terence?
There's something I haven't told you, Alan.
So no votes for Winter Wonderland. Right, neck and neck with one vote each are Hooray for Hollywood, Honolulu Hula Hula, and My Fair Lady Has Breakfast at Tiffany's.
I know I can get down the aisle looking like Audrey Hepburn if I cut out crisps.
Right, let's have a show of hands for our final theme. Rock and roll.
My favourite.
I've got it. Imagine swish ermines and velveteen in rich purples, swirls of faux snow, brides clasping their muffs while walking their honoured guests through a winter wonderland.
I suggested that. I suggested that ages ago.
It sounds brilliant.
It's perfect.
I'm not clasping them up for anyone.
It's great, very classy.
Winter Wonderland is.
Don't you dwell on Blainus of on death on a hill. I won't. I'll leave the dwelling to you. You made this mess. You fix it.
They're getting worse.
She needs a shock. Try drinking backwards out your glass. Works for me.
You've always got something up your sleeve, haven't you?
It's cabaret time! Well, we're welcoming back a very wicked lady tonight. So let's have a warm hand for the Woolpack's favourite diva, Thelma Louise!
Oh, you're too
too kind. And there's nothing a woman likes more on a cold winter's night than a warm hand. Hi, boys. Have a good Christmas.
Yes.
Things weren't looking too good for me on Christmas Eve. Poor T.L. needed plenty of TLC while she lay there waiting for her stockings to be filled. She needed more than that. But I've never been lucky in love. Grumpy. Most of the men in my life have let me down like a cheap pair of tights. But I didn't have to worry about being lonely under the mistletoe this year for too long. Because Santa baby sent me a brand new boy toy. But there's only one tiny little problem. He's so far in the closet, he spends half his week in Narnia.
I took the number down from that 1471. That's the code for Hull.
I still can't believe that you've spoken to him.
Well, he said he wanted to speak to you. He must have just bottled out at the last minute. Oh, give him a ring.
Betty, my family are none of your business.
So how come I always wind up in the middle of their shenanigans? Sometimes I even forget that I'm not the guest in this house. Oh.
Well, this is something of a first. A queen on a king. And my friends tell me all about you. I even know your nickname, Mr. Scratchcard.
Just get off me.
But don't get too excited, girls. It's not because he's punchy and potentially valuable. It's because he's cheap and over in an instant. Now, there's only time left for one final number, and I'm going to dedicate it to the most special man in my life. Hit it, Liberace. While tearing off a game of golf, I may make a play for the caddy, and if I do, 'cause my heart belongs to Daddy. If I invite some boy some nights to dine on my fine German heart, I simply adore his asking for more, but my heart belongs to Daddy. Yes, my heart belongs to Daddy, so I simply couldn't be bad. Yes, my heart belongs to Daddy. Ah, da 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 da.
Dad never fired anyone without consulting another board member first.
I was past it. I've no space in my company for dead wood.
This isn't how we do things.
Read my lips. It is now.
You think I'm stupid, don't you?
If the cap fits.
I know what's really going on. Riding roughshod over anyone who crosses your path, burying yourself away with pointless paperwork.
What are you spouting on about?
How hard Sadie leaving has hit you. I was married to her, remember? I'm telling you, as a brother, find another way of sorting yourself out. And I'm sure Dad will think the same as me.
I was singing to my dad.
You were winding me up.
I wasn't.
So how do you explain all those cracks earlier?
It's my act. I'm not...
I don't want to hear any more that it was Thelma Louise garbage and not Paul. When we first started seeing each other, I thought it was just going to be about sex.
The switch, Bob!
And then I started having all these feelings that I didn't understand, and I thought that maybe you'd be able to help me understand. No. That I need to take things in my time and in my way.
haven't found trying to understand you very easy, but if you give us a second chance, I will try harder. Go away, Dad. I want this to work, and I know you do too.
Paul!
I told you to go away.
But being out and proud is one thing. Broadcasting your love life to the entire village is another.
Oh, my Mike.
We pulled the plug as quick as we could. You're a dark horse, Ivan Jones. You two better sort out your differences, mind. You make a really lush couple.
Get lost, Mother. It was a mistake.
Whatever it was, you got what you wanted.
Steady on now.
Well, I hope you enjoyed the show, but this time it's well and truly over.
Well, Rodney was right. A shock certainly did the trick. Makeup's are gone.
Oh, shut up!
Ivan!
Stay away from me.